So let's talk about something important. Or really, I'm gonna talk about something important when it comes to me. I'm gonna be a little selfish this time, but don't worry, I'm gonna tie it into persuasion, which is what I teach, and also how you may use it in business and to make money and so on. Right now, it's the beginning of August. Summer's winding down. Summer is still here in my country though. And by the way, actually, August is like the month that can surprise a lot of people. The weather can be surprisingly well. We're in for a couple of weeks with nice sunny weather. But, you know, soon it'll be September, then it's going to be Christmas, and, it's going to be winter. Felt a little bit depressing when I said that because I really like summer. But whatever, doesn't really matter. Here's what matters. My mood in 2026 isn't as good as it was in 2025. And I'll explain to you why. Now, when I say mood, I don't refer to my my mental well-being because my mental well-being is fine. I don't feel depressed, I don't feel sad, whatever. It's been a long time since I felt depressed or sad or felt sorry for myself, whatever. I don't believe in that. But my mood so far in 2026 isn't as good as it used to be in 2025. And this is despite that in 2026, my relationship status has increased or has gotten better on all fronts. My social relationships, my intimate relationships have increased. My financial situation has increased or has gotten better. My material and wealth situation also has increased and gotten better. Or, I mean, those are all interlinked, really. And my spiritual situation has also, my spiritual relationships, my relationships with God, or my relationship with God, the Almighty, has also increased, has also gotten better. But there is one thing when it comes to mood that has actually decreased. Not much, but significantly. Enough for me to understand or enough for me to highlight it. And that is the overall mood, the overall day-to-day happiness that I'm feeling. And I strongly believe why. That is because meaning that my overall daily happiness was much better in 2025 than what it was in 2026. And the reason being, I think, in 2025, I took a whole year off paying attention to the news media. I didn't read any newspapers. I didn't listen to any news broadcasts. In fact, as soon as I saw, because when you're out in the public space and there are sometimes these large screens and you can't avoid gazing right into some news report about some war or something, then I would just either look away or I would just do this, hide in plain sight. That actually made me happier. My mood was increased when I didn't go through the news, when I didn't consume the news every single day. And that's pretty understandable because is there anything positive about the news? No. They're all designed to make you afraid, nervous, walking on eggshells. If it bleeds, it leads. They want you to be afraid. They want you to listen to them because they have the solution. First, they aggravate you. Then they make you scared. Then you're supposed to listen to them and their solutions. And now this year, I've gone back to consuming the news, and part of it is, well, I just wanted to see if it was as bad as what I thought it was, and, well, lo and behold, it turned out to be worse. It's a shit show. But also, I forgot my train of thoughts. I really dislike when that happens. Also, the alternative news media. Twitter, other social media, and so on, or X, whatever you want to call it, they're just as worse, if not even worse. Because on Twitter, you have all of these alternative news media accounts. And all they do is post breaking. So and so said this and that, or so and so did this and that, or that thing happened. That's because you need to follow me because I know everything about what's going on. Even though I'm just some schmuck hiding in my mom's basement eating Doritos every single day, posting behind an anonymous account. It's all nonsense. And people, well, I'm assuming that most people are bots. I'm assuming that most comments come from bots, really. But people fall prey to that. And I happened to do that in the past, actually. But now in 2026, I've stopped consuming, excuse me, I've actually stopped logging into Twitter at all because I just can't stand it anymore. In many ways, it's actually worse than the traditional news media. And so my point is, when it comes to your mood, when it comes to persuading yourself on being happy, feeling content and good, then stop watching the news media unless you have to. The reason I have to pay attention, a little bit more attention to the news media now is because it's because, well, it's linked to my financial situation. I'm not going to explain to you more than that. Other than that, find something else that persuades you. And also, take note of these massive persuasion lessons. Because the news media wants to persuade you to feel bad. And I think I'll end it right there. If you want to learn more about sales and persuasion and business, get subscribed to my email list. The link to do so is in the episode description wherever you're watching and or listening to this. And I'll see you there.